So I think I've mentioned time and time again my disapproval of the gaming journalist scene. And it's actually really funny, especially when it comes to certain websites, that at this point, some of them are kind of hemorrhaging money because at this current time, who's really going to watch content from a variety of different news related sites that don't report news, especially when it comes to a medium that they're supposed to be talking about, but a lot of the things that they discuss is more of biased and very political garbage. It's, again, since the thing that they're supposed to be talking about is video games. And in this situation, or at least in any situation when it comes down to, these particular websites, I despise journalism, or at least the gaming journalism. I know somebody's going to probably take that clip out of context. And if you decide to, you're a sad individual. But either way, when it comes down to it, the gaming journalism is a blight, especially when it comes to the gaming community. Not only because they don't usually report honestly on the games that they're supposed to be reviewing, or if anything, reviewing the topics that, their initial demographic want to discuss or have reported on, but a lot of it is more so a regurgitation of political ethics, when in reality, especially when it comes down to certain games not subscribing to certain ideals, you have individuals who are so full of themselves that they will, unfortunately live in their little echo chamber because they can't do anything else. I'm gonna be blunt. If you're going to report on video games, then report on video games. If you're going to report or discuss your opinions on certain topics or ethics, then do so on another website, or if anything, on a little blog. That's not where, if anything at all, that's not where you should be putting your ethics. Again, because if you're on a gaming site, you're supposed to be reporting on the most recent games as well as reviews. And let's talk about reviews for a second, because I always and by the way, in case people don't understand so far, this is a rant towards gaming journalists. And it's funny since some of the bigger ones are now literally falling apart. Let's talk about reviews, because at this point it's hilarious to even call it that, especially since it's been proven time and time again that the game journos are not actually playing the games that they are supposed to be reviewing. A perfect example is that whole Cuphead fiasco, where a journalist was supposed to be playing, or at least have some kind of cognitive understanding of how the game works, but couldn't get through the fucking tutorial. For those who don't remember this, that actually happened. A supposed, and I'm using quotes, credible game journalist couldn't get through the tutorial of Cuphead. Now, understandably, Cuphead is hard, but again, it's the fucking tutorial. If I recall, especially when it comes down to that particular game, the difficulty really spikes after you beat the simple tutorial on how the game fucking works. And, by the way, in recent weeks, or at least as I record this, journalists are offended or upset that gamers are calling them out and claiming that they should play the games that they report on. And again, they get mad. Why exactly? Especially since, again, you are journalists who write articles on games, something that you should have, again, some cognitive understanding on what to do, but apparently not, considering the fact that when it comes down to a lot of the game journalism, they know jack shit of the topic that they discuss. So, in, I guess, the crescendo of my video, I'm going to give this word of advice, or at least give my last opinions on this, because I don't want to make this video too long, because at this point, again, it was just a quick rant. Game journalists suck. If they're going to report on a game, then actually know what they should be knowing about the game. And when it comes down to particular ethics, as well as, things that they want in video games, I think, if anything, trying to be quote-unquote politically correct, and yes, I'm going there, at that point, you need to understand that when it comes down to art, especially with video games, because video games at this point is no exception, art is subjective. They're not going to place any, or basically fill every check mark that you have on your little fucking list. So with that, I'm going to end the video here. What are your thoughts? Love to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care. Peace. 2, 3, 5.